Good evening, YouTube. The date is November 4th, 2012, and tonight I'd like to show you guys some of the preps I've been doing at the Dollar Tree here. I like to do twice a month. Coming out of North San Diego County, start off here, we have a petroleum jelly. This is a good item to have. I mean, it helps lubricate your skin, and it has also other functions too, which is also awesome. And over here we have paper tape and a waterproof tape, which is also great. I always get a little bit of this every time. Always stock up a lot of this stuff. It's got great multiple uses to include bonding, labeling, just about anything you can think of. I mean, tape is just awesome, to include duct tape as well. But and up here we have kind of a laundry solution here. I mean, we have the clothes wires, the laundry bags, clothing pins. Again, all three of those items, multiple uses. Just you can't go wrong with any of these items. And up here I do have a leveler here, a small little compact leveler. You never really know when you need a leveler, but also mainly just to have like an artificial straight edge. I mean, you don't think of it, but just having to have an artificial straight edge out in like kind of like a wilderness kind of an area or just any kind of situation, it does come in handy, especially if you're going to be plotting your grid points and all that and checkpoints on maps. Up here I want to talk a little bit more about this item, which is the Cool Bandage. Kind of helps wrap things around and kind of keeps your swelling down. This I thought was pretty cool. The expiration dates on these were I do believe they're 2015, and what these items can offer you is to help keep your swelling down of any rolled ankles, sprained ankles as well. I mean, I know a lot of preppers out there are kind of building their concept around the bug out bag, which would imply that you do plan on force marching your way out of a situation or out of a hostile environment. And it's really important to try to keep that swelling down once you do roll your ankle, because you will roll your ankle. I mean, I've been on force marches before, which were like in a controlled environment, hardball the dirt, and it never fails. Everybody rolls their ankles. It's a guaranteed fact. And the reason why you want to keep that swelling down, obviously, is to keep your foot, to keep it to fit within the size of the boot you have prescribed to your foot size there. Unless you want to carry an extra, a set of like larger boots, which nobody's going to do. Then here we have three containers of salt here. Salt is something I've been undermining. I know salt's really important. I mean, same thing, multiple applications. You can use it to keep the swelling down. You can use it to keep your bruises down, preserve food, which I learned on YouTube. YouTube being a great resource, and obviously to make bland, undesirable foods tolerable. Which, I mean, I'm sure a lot of us will be seeing out there once and if that the stuff hits the fan. Obviously, we have an antibiotic ointment. Sanitation is very, very important. I can't stress that enough. I mean, when you're out there, it's really important to keep any little cut, anything like that, clean. Constantly change out your bandages, because once you let a little something like disease or an infection compromise you, you need to sit down and park it for a while to heal properly. But I mean, it's always good to help prevent it. What I also like about these is it's in small single-size servings. I think that's really important, as opposed to having like a giant tub or a Costco brand tube, which once that big tube gets compromised, whether you crush it, squish it, or the container itself gets a breach in it, then it's just the whole container is no good anymore. You're gonna have to like try to divvy it out in little Ziploc bags, and it's just not worth it. It's just better just to have the single-size servings to begin with. Something I saw that was pretty cool was these little spray bottles. I thought they were pretty neat. What the idea behind me getting these is, basically to just to fill it with any liquids, from gun oil all the way to hydrogen peroxide. It's really important to have a method or way of disciplining your application of any said liquids. Hydrogen peroxide, especially. I mean, you have a big bottle. I mean, that's great. You're better off than most people, but now you got to dump the whole bottle, or use a rag. I mean, I'm pretty sure 90% of everybody, the only rags you have sitting around are your car rags and gun rags. But I mean, yep, it's got a little on and off switch. For $1, it's not that bad. I mean, I'm sure it'll break under substantial amount of pressure, but it would not hurt just having these in a plastic $5 tote from Walmart or something. Just to discipline your spray and application of any said liquids. And last but not least,
my point I like to make about Pedialyte. These are also at the Dollar Tree. These are only a year. These are only good for a year. I'm assuming they're from older stock. But Pedialyte, I think, is really important. Again, back to the whole force march concept theory. Pedialyte is really, really essential. Every time I went on a force march, I always bring the 2 larger actual Pedialyte brands from the big box stores, Walmart, and I always bring 2 bottles, and it just makes the whole thing, you know, a breeze. Especially if it's 20 miles or more, you're gonna need, like, you're definitely gonna need that second wind to pick you up. And there's nothing better than Pedialyte. Well, minus like maybe an IV, but an IV obviously you have to sit down, sterilize needle, spike the bag. But next to this, right after that, Pedialyte is definitely the way to go. And you know, everything here is obviously $1 each, you know. And you know, I can think of like 100 things that I've spent $1 on, that you know, worse things I've spent dollars on. And total would be about $60. And again, $60, I can think of a lot of things I've spent $60 on that, you know, didn't bring me the same peace of mind as all these items will one day. It's like you buy it once, you know, it's good for a few years or a year. Then, you know, worst case, you just resupply it. And, you know, a lot of these things are just like little niceties, comfort items. But I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure the people in, you know, Hurricane Sandy right now are wishing they had this stuff. This is the stuff the Red Cross should be handing out, but, you know, instead they're handing out cookies and coffee and all that. So it's just kind of like, for what? So I mean, that's pretty much my video on my dollar preps for tonight, guys. I appreciate you watching. I hope you subscribe, as this will be the first of many videos I'll be doing. And go ahead and comment, share your views, and I'll shoot back my comments and my views. And that's pretty much it, guys. Have a good night.